The My Nintendo Rewards program is now live as of March 5th, 2018, and yes, this is kind of a ripoff, but it is also kind of great at the same time, so hear me out guys, let's get into this. So with the My Nintendo Switch implementation, you can now use My Nintendo Gold points or coins when purchasing Nintendo Switch digital games. Basically, the gold points are awarded based on 5% of the amount you pay for digital games, but it's only 1% for physical games. I'm going to get into that a little bit later. So essentially, one gold coin is equal to 1 cent for me Canadian. So 1 cent is one gold coin. That's pretty interesting because now we have a defined value for each individual coin here. That's pretty interesting. So essentially, an $80 purchase, which is a full retail game in Canada, is equal to approximately 400 gold points, which is equal to $4. Unless you get physical, then it would be $80 equals 80 gold points, which is approximately 80 cents. So this is really interesting here. Having a defined value for each coin is pretty interesting to have, and I think it makes it very clear what you can get with the My Nintendo, and I think it's actually really interesting. Some further details: you can purchase all DLC and digital games with these coins or points. You cannot purchase DLC on the Wii or 3DS for some reason. That's odd. However, you can use it still to purchase games. Download codes points will be registered automatically, which is really cool. So even all the reviewers that get all these free download codes, they're going to be raking in all of the points, which is pretty interesting. I guess the last thing to really bring up is, yes, the points do run out after 1 year. So this isn't a constant. You can build up to, a $60 or whatever it is that you want to get one game. You have to pretty much use this over a period of time. And that's probably how they're giving incentive for people to keep buying into the eShop, going back in there every week to take a look at what's new. So I've always appreciated the Nintendo Rewards programs. They're the only company that does something like this, where it's entirely free, even when they dropped off Club Nintendo. I loved getting the free digital games. For the Wii U, 3DS, I remember at the end of the year I got a full Game & Wario. It's stuff like that. It's really cool, and it is, again, this is entirely free. No, you're not putting any money into it. You're buying the games already yourself. This is just on top of that. So that's really cool, and I'd like to see this new take on it as well. It's interesting how heavily they are pushing away from physical, though. I wouldn't be surprised if the next console might go all digital. We'll see. But I like that we get the choice. However, I did like the value and surprise that you would get when, you're waiting every month for the new batch of games to go, to get for free and stuff like that. This is better because you do have all the choice of your own, and you have the exact value right there, right then and then. You can buy the games whenever you want to, but, it's also a little less engaging and exciting. It's kind of like my thoughts on Salmon Run for Splatoon 2, where they kind of control it when it's there, and it makes it seem like more of an event, whereas now it's just, hey, every coin you have is a cent. There you go. Now go buy games. It kind of reduces the excitement for me, but it also is, it is a better approach to it, I think. I wonder if they will be incorporating, the 30% and 50% off discounts with Switch games too. It seems unlikely unless they only use platinum coins for that, as the value isn't really there for now, but the value is actually pretty damn good. Not for physical, really. They really don't want people to buy physical. They'd rather have all the money for themselves, but for what it is really good. Here's actually a really good comparison with the Wii U Digital Deluxe program, which everyone loved back in the day. It was not intended to be a long-lasting rewards program. I think it was more of an apology from Nintendo for the slow releases. But with the Wii U Digital Deluxe program, it was $50 would then equal 500 points, which could then be transferred into a $5 gift card, basically. So this included systems, which is pretty crazy. You could buy full systems and get multiple $5 worth coupons, basically, which is pretty crazy. And comparing that to what we have here right now with an $80 purchase in Canada, equating to approximately $4. So it's pretty close to the Wii U Digital Deluxe program when you really think about it. So the value is there. I don't think anyone in their right mind would have ever thought it'd actually be to the level of the Wii U Digital Deluxe program. That really was insane. And that really did push me to get a lot of digital games on it. But it's really interesting how closely this resembles that, and I think Nintendo made a really good, wise choice here. So I'm interested in seeing what everyone else's thoughts are about this, because I feel like a lot of people are just on the hate anything Nintendo has to do with rewards programs because it's not Club Nintendo train. I think that's kind of bullshit. But yeah, that is actually really interesting how closely it resembles the Wii U Digital Deluxe program. My problem arises not with the program itself, but what they are doing is ripping off their Switch first-year adopters who spent money, bought, and supported games over the last year on the Switch to receive gold coins in the vein of, say, 10 gold coins for a $56 to $69 physical purchase, or for, say, 20 points from a $14 to $28 digital purchase. Those 10 or 20 gold coins back then, we didn't know what it could be. It could be a free game, it could be a 30% discount, but now those 10 or 20 gold coins are now worth 10 and 20 cents respectively, meaning a $70 physical purchase is now worth 70 cents, whereas everyone with gold points before, it was only worth 10 cents. Meaning a $14 digital purchase is now worth $1.40, whereas everyone with gold points from before, it was only worth 20 cents. I'd have thought that I would go through all of my past purchases in the year and see how many coins I should have if used properly. It was upwards of $600 in purchases. So technically, with the new program, if it was implemented this way, I would have $60+ right now that I could be spending that I would have been rewarded. But now, it's just around $7.35. Although this is excluding some of the few gold coin purchases that I've purchased over the last year, about 3 or 4 of them. So let's round that up and let's say maybe $15 that I would have had. That is kind of a ripoff for everybody, again, who was a Switch adopter in the first year. Nintendo should have determined a defined ratio to equate these values of points from before and multiply those coins earned before March 5th to equal the value that is placed on the coins now. It wouldn't be difficult, and it would be a good gesture from Nintendo, as it really is ripping off people. All these games that I bought in the last year, all this, whereas say maybe I just waited a year and bought the Switch now, I would be getting a free $60 game out of it. But because I was there day one, supporting the Switch, supporting Nintendo, now I got $7.35 out of it instead. If I knew this was going to happen, I could have saved on pre-purchasing games before the March 5th, 2018 date, and I could have registered all my physical game coins after the fact, which would have then just increased my coins value by a multiple of, say, 7 or more. So now $80 is approximately 400 points. Before, $80 would approximately be 60 points. And there has been no increase of value, thus essentially stealing the money that I would have made if I just registered these games after this date. Again, so this isn't a huge issue. Hell, we're getting all this for free anyways, but it is unfortunate and it's certainly unfair for Switch early adopters. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts about My Nintendo in the comments. They are bringing back a version of the Wii U Deluxe program, which is really nice, so I'm looking forward to what else they do with it, even if Nintendo kind of gave me a slight nut tap in the process. See you guys next time.